Thunderball is the fourth movie in the James Bond series and the fourth one to star Sean Connery. It is a good entry into the series, but these days it's not talked about as much as the other Bond movies when Sean Connery's there. I think most likely because it was remade in the 1980s as Never Say Never Again. But that movie is non-canon because it was produced by another company that doesn't produce the official series. But I think this is a better in. I think Never Say Never is better than this one, even though I do like this one. It stars Sean Connery once again as Bond, and he's good in the role as always. Charming with the ladies, tough with the bad guys, kicks butt, guns, fists, car chases, a lot of good action in it, cool gadgets. And I like the opening scene where he's at a funeral and then he has a fight with the bad guys. It's funny. And when Bond is on a mission to stop Emil Largo, who is second in command of the Spectre terrorist organization. It's headed by Yavon Stavros Blofeld, but and Blofeld also makes an appearance in this one, but of course his full face isn't seen yet. He's just shown behind this room with a window with the blinders, yeah, hiding part of his face. It's like a shadowy silhouette appearance. And it just close-ups of him stroking the cat, the usual trademark. But uh, but he has a memorable scene, and it's good. There's some pretty good Bond girls in it, including Domino playing Aguirre, who is very good and very sexy in the role, especially in the scenes where she's in a bikini. She she's a mistress to the bad guy, but then later she teams up with Bond to help her avenge the death of her brother who was murdered, and so her voice is dubbed in this movie, and so is Largo. I mean, some other characters. A lot of people's voices are dubbed in this movie, mostly because the guy playing Largo is Italian in real life. But, and the movie has a long runtime. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes long. It's an hour. 130 minutes long. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes long. I think it's the first 2 hour James Bond movie, but it really didn't need to be that long. That did make it drag on a bit. Because let's see, there's a bit more talk and romance than there is action in this movie, but the action is pretty good. The usual thing you see in a James Bond movie: cool gadgets, fist fights, shootouts, chases, martial arts, hand-to-hand combat, and the action doesn't get pumped up until the last battle, where Bond leads these commandos into an underwater mission to take out the terrorists who are in their scuba diving underwater to and and there's this big battle with spear guns and knives and trying to avoid the sharks in the process, which is funny. The action underwater is the best fight scene in the movie, and then then there's this like above water. There's this big sea battle between Yavor's not Largo's yacht with has machine guns and cannons and this navy ship and these other navy riverboats and the sea battle was brief but pretty cool, and then Bond gets on Largo's yacht, and there's a big brawl, fist fight, hand-to-hand combat, rescues Domino. Pretty cool fist fight between Bond and Largo. And when Largo's about to shoot Bond, Domino saves him by shooting Largo with a spear gun. Pretty cool scene. And then they escape the boat before it crashes, and then they get on this little rubber raft. Bond hooks up this balloon that connects them to the above helicopter. Then they're lifted off to safety, happily ever after. The end. This is a cool entry into the James Bond series, and a bit underrated in my opinion. Although I do like Never Say Never Again more. It's a good remake, and uh, also I like the female villain Fiona Volpe works for works for Largo, that Bond, I mean, when he's dancing with her, he does one of the coldest things when he knows there's an assassin waiting to shoot him with a pistol in the back. He while they're dancing, he knows that woman's a traitor. So she like holds her in front of him so she can get shot. And I'm like, and then he sits her down on this table and like some reason nobody hears that gunshot. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows the blood on her back. She says he just sits her down on this outdoor dining table and he says, tells these two guys, my friend needs to rest. She's dead tired or something. That was a bit cold blooded for James Bond to do. But that's the way Sean Connery portrays him. More of a tough guy than a charming ladies man. I like that portrayal of him. All right, that's it for now. Thank you. God bless. I give this movie 2 thumbs up. Bye.